Alright, what's up friends, what's up folks, what's up pals? My name's Josh, I have this YouTube channel, and I go to Dartmouth College, and I am finishing my freshman year and should be moving out right now. But rather than actually moving out, what I'm doing is making a college essentials video based on the stuff that I actually use this year as I'm packing it into this box right here. So right now, I kind of made an effort to use as few boxes as possible because I don't know how much storage space is still available. So first, we're gonna start with pillows. I got this really cool memory foam pillow off of Amazon during the summer, and it has been one of my better purchases, I personally believe, because like nothing really can beat the feeling of a good pillow on your face, and I feel like my standards for pillows are now very high. So next thing I'm going to show you is a mattress cover and a mattress pad. I think these two things are pretty essential to a dorm room, considering the fact that dorm room beds are not comfortable in any way, shape, or form. So typically one would get a mattress pad to put on top, or like, I think that's what it's called, a mattress pad, and it's usually like a 2 or 3 inch or like sheet of foam that you put on top of your bed to make it comfier. I also got a mattress cover on top of it to kind of hold it in place, which has been good, and it also like preserves the pad itself from like absorbing a bunch of sweat, which is great for like making it last. So I got this one. I really recommend getting something with like the cooling gel in it, because when it's summer it could get very hot and we don't want foam that keeps heat inside. So highly recommend that. Also, pro tip, buy the mattress pad during the summer, because once school starts, or once it gets very close to school, these will run out on Amazon and on the internet, and they'll be out of stock everywhere, and you'll have to settle for one that's pretty shitty. Just store it with you and bring it to college when it's time. See, now I don't know how I'm going to put this in the box, because my box is an 18-inch by 18-inch cube. Okay, so next thing I recommend is getting a good desk lamp that doesn't have to be replaced like with a light bulb. I have an LED lamp which I believe lasts longer, and also you could dim it to like certain light settings, which is great if you're studying at night and your like roommate is sleeping. I got this one for $15 off of Amazon. I don't remember the model. Another thing I also recommend is a clamp lamp, like a lamp that's basically a desk lamp but with a clamp for like working on your bed, because sometimes the lighting in dorm rooms isn't the best. So like for me, also I'm in a bunk bed, so I'm sitting in my bunk bed and I'm on the bottom bunk. It's pretty dark, so I like having this lamp to like keep it light. And also at night when my roommate is sleeping, I can study in bed and turn this on, and he is not bothered. You can barely like see the lamp from the top bunk, which is great. So I also recommend this. Not absolutely necessary, of course, but I love my lamps. So another thing I recommend is a kettle for your room. I personally love this because I'm a big tea drinker, but actually I haven't used it much for tea in college, because the combination of a kettle and instant coffee is honestly elite. I think that like Keurigs are overrated. Like, you don't need a Keurig for your room, and also it costs like way more, and K-cups cost a lot, and like you have to buy coffee and all of that jazz. Like, just get instant coffee, get a kettle, and you can make coffee in your dorm room. Fun misconception is that I think people think that you need a microwave for your dorm room, and I personally have survived fine without one. I have never really needed to use a microwave. I also have a tea steeper. This one's kind of a single use one, so like it's single servings, which is great for me because my roommate tends to drink bag tea more. I also have like stevia packets in the corner, as well as like creamer for the coffee. And of course, if you're drinking hot drinks, I really recommend a mug. This was a cute one that I bought from the Dartmouth bookstore that closed down. But yeah, mugs are super cool, and you need one for hot drinks. I also do recommend, oh shoot, I lost it. But I have this big mug, or I had this big mug that was about like a cup and a half per like filling, and it was pretty large to the point that was pretty much a bowl. I also recommend a set of reusable utensils. Like I have these, which are pretty great also if ever I'm like eating takeout or something. And also my school is big on sustainability, so like a lot of the time events won't have utensils, so I'll just bring my own. Next essential is a portable speaker. I've had this speaker for a long time. It's pretty loud, and like having a portable speaker allows you to like play music in your room, and that's great. And if you just like want to hang out and like not have awkward silences, oh my god. Box of tissues, always essential in a dorm room because you never know when you're gonna get sick. So I recommend like loading up on these at the start of the term. This one's empty, but a bitch has allergies, so like they were gifts. I'm going to be real on this channel because people are going to drink in college and that's kind of inevitable. And yes, I do have a shot glass with the president's face on it, and it's actually pretty cool. But one of the clubs or something on campus was selling these to like fundraise, and I bought one to support. I would really recommend getting a shot glass. I don't mean that in the way that like I'm encouraging underage drinking, because that is illegal, but I will say that like it would be better to have one and like use it for measurements. So I recommend getting a shot glass even if you don't use one, because chances are someone on your floor might need one, and it is better to know how many drinks you've had. So yeah, that's my little tidbit on being real about drinking in college. I think there's an urban myth on Twitter or something that says like with red cups, each of the lines means like a standard drink. I think they say that like the first line is like a shot of vodka, and like the second line is like a glass of wine, and then the third is a drink of beer. And I do think that is wrong because it depends on the brand. So please do not use red cups to track how many drinks you've had, because some people I know have learned the hard way that when you use a brand that isn't the red Solo cups, like some of the lines do not correspond to standard drinks, so you may be consuming a lot more than you thought you were. So I would very much recommend using something more standard in terms of measuring drinks like this, in order to stay safe and responsible in your college alcohol careers, I guess. That's a weird way to phrase it. You also don't need a flask. I don't know if I should include that in the video. Nalgene's and Brita filters, but mainly Nalgene's. Nalgene's are the bane of my existence. I used to carry around Nalgene's with me to parties back in fall term. Yeah, I brought around like full Nalgene's and cups with me in a bag to like keep people safe, because I knew that people weren't going to be responsible with drinking in college. And also in college, I think this is pretty universal, but there's a lot more water fountains for water bottle refilling stations, and it's better to use a reusable water bottle, obviously, because save the environment. Nalgene's, I believe, are less than $10 nowadays, or around $10, but they will last you a while, and I recommend getting the narrow mouth Nalgene, because the large mouth ones, I know some people that got like adapters that go in here so it doesn't spill all over your face every time you take a drink. The hard part about them is filling Nalgene's with narrow mouth like openings. So what I did was I went to Walmart and got a funnel for the narrow mouth Nalgene, and I just put it in and pour water from my Brita filter over there into it, and it doesn't spill. And it makes it a lot easier. Highly recommend it, especially like even if you just have a water bottle that has a narrower mouth. Like, the coordination it takes is pretty difficult. I will hype this funnel up until the day I die. Other things to keep in your dorm room: ibuprofen, obviously. Definitely keep these around because you never know when you're gonna have a fever, and if you don't have medicine for that, it's gonna suck walking in the cold outside at night to the local CVS to buy NyQuil. Also, allergy pills. Haven't used them as much until spring when the pollen count has been up. And also, buy vitamins, especially if you are moving to a place that doesn't get sun as much. Typically like colder areas in the Northeast, you will have to take vitamin D supplements. And my roommate and I like had this realization after winter term, like literally at the end of winter term, we'd been feeling like some feelings of depression and seasonal affective disorder. And part of the reason why is because we were low in vitamin D. A lack of vitamin D, a vitamin D deficiency, especially people of color, or I'm not sure if we don't produce it naturally as much or if we just need it more, but if we need the sun a lot more than white people, we need, like, the reason why is because we need more vitamin D in our bodies. A vitamin D deficiency causes depression sometimes, and also a lot of fatigue, and it can make winter really hard to get through. Next thing, buy Command hooks. Command hooks are these nifty invention that was made so that people can hang things up on walls without causing damage. Colleges simply say don't make holes in the wall. Recommend buying as many as you can. There are quite a few in our room, and I use them to like do things like hang up coats and like I don't know. There's like command strips and stuff for like hanging up paintings and posters too. So whatever floats your boat. Point is, command hooks are great. Also, stapler. I tend to print all of my readings out, and I usually carry the stapler around with me in my backpack because sometimes printers don't have staplers near them, oddly enough, which sucks. So I don't like carrying around loose papers, so I carry a stapler around. Dude, Clorox wipes, killer. Like, actually a killer move. They're just great for like dusting and stuff. Alright, so that's my video on dorm room essentials. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. Comment things that you didn't expect to need in college if you are in college, or comment things that you are questioning whether to bring to college in the comments below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. I hope this was real. I hope this was honest on what I actually use in my dorm room, and I've pretty much used everything that I bought. So I only really bought things that I needed. Oh, shoot! So I bought a fucking iron the other day at a thrift store way back in like fall term, and I have hardly used it because it takes so long to actually like get set up, and I don't know where to iron my clothes. So instead, I really do recommend a steamer because you can hang clothes up on a hook or something and then just steam them, and that does the same effect as ironing and gets all the wrinkles out. So highly recommend this instead of an iron. And it's so easy to use. I actually use this and I don't use my iron. Also, use a scale, or like get a scale, because that's how you avoid the freshman 15, because you can tell when you're getting fat. Alright, thanks for watching this video. Love y'all, and I'll see y'all around in a bit. Peace.